Hello, people and bots. Grandpa Canuck here, and we are back in Hearts of Iron 4 Black Ice mod. Now, our last episode, we had the war in the West thrown upon us, so we had to conquer Belgium and France, and do it in the winter, too. Can't believe did that over the winter. My. Well, overall, this is episode 6 of the Germany 3 playthrough, and it's time to turn back east. So we have some prep work to do for that. First of all, a quick recap. We started the war early 1937 by marching into Poland. Romania backed Poland, so we had to go into Romania, and we ended up puppeting them. We had a short period of peace before we had to go to war because England had joined, but it was a phony war. And we had to go into Czechoslovakia. We had to invade it. And after taking out Czechoslovakia, before the end of that, Yugoslavia and Turkey joined. So we had to take out Yugoslavia, and Greece joined. So we had to take out Greece, and we marched into Turkey, but we've been bogged down. And rather than spend the resources, we've kind of drawn a line here, just past the straits here on the southern part, and at the straits in Istanbul. And we just have a defensive line. We managed to get the Greek islands out here, and we're just holding. Then, as I said, as that was wrapping up, and I was just moving forces back to the west in December, when Belgium joined the Allies. Holland had already been taken out, and with Belgium joining the Allies, the front was live, and we couldn't do anything. We had to make the assault as soon as we could. Guderian made an excellent offensive through Antwerp and Brussels. He went on to capture Paris. And ultimately, we beat France. We've created the Vichy government. We are set to go into Denmark here very shortly as well. That's coming up in 6 days, within a week. We also have just finished wrapping up taking out the Baltic states. So Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. Estonia has just fallen, and we are beginning to march to our new front along the Russian area. Romania is rebuilding. Hungary is strong. Croatia is a little bit bigger than it was for the time period. The Italians did take Tunisia, but they have lost ground here in North Africa. They're still holding on in East Africa, so we'll see how that plays out for them. We have as much building as we can do to get done. We are currently sitting at 1.7 million in armed forces, land forces. We have 160, 380, 17, 18, 60, 2180, about 2,200 armored fighting vehicle or tanks in the field. Lots of other equipment as well, and we are 2,820 light artillery, 192, about 200 mountain artillery, about 700 medium artillery, about 400 heavy artillery, and etc. We have implemented some mechanized to our assault as well, just in its infancy, 65. but they are there. Aircraft, that's 1140, 1200 fighters after getting rid of the French. We are fighting in the English Channel with the British. The British are favoring to support Turkey instead with their air force. So it's impossible to get through. Bad logistics, terrible movements through the mountain, enemy air force. You cannot launch an offensive in those conditions. We're not going anywhere. So looking at the supply of this area, our first thrust will be along these lines here to take Leningrad, securing Leningrad with its large port and naval base. We will head south down these two lines, hopefully towards Moscow. In the meantime, we will have a small advance. We need to take Minsk and come up to Smolensk. So once we cut this railway at the bottom and at the top here, this supply line should not be very, very good for the Russians, and we should be able to push them back to at least this river in the middle. That's the hope. We'll see how it plays out. Okay, we had better take a look. And there's what I feared. Norway has joined the Allies. Okay, couldn't do much about that. I'm not in a position to do anything about Norway, but I am in a position to strike at Denmark. Sweden is possibly going to fall in the Allied favor as well. They have stopped trading with us months ago, so we're dealing with that. We are having some issues with rubber, although it's not dramatic at the current time. Oil is okay, providing we're not having mass troop movements. So we will have to deal with oil and rubber. We will have to deal with bad logistics here at the northern Russian front area. So let's see what we can do. About increasing the size. So that's 4 infantry. Let's we can make these into something called small infantry, I believe. Yep. We'll increase them in size. Okay, that's the northern USSR. The Romanian USSR front, which is really Ukraine and USSR. What do we have here? Regular infantry, regular infantry. Trying to do every day, do one. Oh, which one of these is an expeditionary force? Apparently that one is. So these are all infantry. Let's try and move them up to enhanced infantry. I don't have the medium artillery to do that. I think we'll do it anyway. And we will look to deplete our medium infantry, or our medium artillery someplace else when we find out how many we're short. Okay, so that's the Romanian front. And we have some support units. Let's see if we have enough to upgrade three of these units that are infantry to enhanced infantry. We do. Less the medium artillery. That's good. And it says Tenutuva. Justification against Copenhagen. Good stuff. So we are going to declare war. This is usually a pretty straightforward assault. Not even going to bother with Air Force for that one. Now we have some more support units. I think we'll leave this one for now. These are small units. We'll use them as a fill-in. And instead, let's look at these artillery units as a whole. More infantry. And support anti-tank. Now, can I do this? Yes. Easy. Definitely. Yes. Yes. Easily. Easily. Okay, so that's an easy upgrade. Let's do that. They don't have mediums? No. Denmark surrenders. They always do. There's no need to fight them. Show no mercy. We will just let them... we will lose Iceland, becomes independent. The Faroe Islands become British. We'll let that go. I had an interview with a man who was a radar operator, and he worked his radar up in the Faroe Islands during the war. He had some interesting tales on how every day their station in the Faroe Islands was used by a German weather surveillance plane that came out until he got close enough to the guns to open up, and then he would turn around and go back every day. They managed to actually spot a surface submarine one time with their air radar unit and called out the patrol boat, and they sunk the U-boat, and all the wreckage washed up on shore near their station, and everybody was pissed off because the war was just kind of this jokey, phony thing with this plane flying over every day, you know, and they go bang, 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 and he turns around and goes away. But this made it real for them. It was a really good human interest, real story of war in the outback area of the front. Okay, so we won. Yay. These are decent, enhanced. Let's turn them over to one of these units here. They're full. They're not. So you two guys go to Lviv. We'll probably move some of these out. Don't know whether we should try. We don't have a lot of troops there. I don't think we could make a landing in Norway too easily. Oh, those are all coastal. We don't have a lot of decent submarines yet. Oops, 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 oops. Convoy rating. No. Shift right click to remove. We don't want them operating there. about them operating out here? Well, those coastal. Let's turn them over to a different officer. We're going to have them just patrol here. Well, maybe patrol there and there. That's enough for now. It's rumble now, isn't it? Move you a little over there. We're going to split you up half and half eventually. What do we have? We have 8 more. We only have 2 air production. What can we do with 2 air production? I don't know whether we can do anything. Yeah, that takes 6 per. 2 air production isn't doing anything. Let's get these converted. More Panzer IIIs. I have a telephone call. That's my buddy. I gotta help give a ride tomorrow. Need 6 more. Steel. Still have 2. Hey, I'm getting radios. We just put 2 into medium artillery. Mechanized and armored cars. It's probably him calling back. Distractions, distractions. Armored car. There we go. We actually can start towards, can we do mobile? I don't think we can. 11% of infantry now have radios. 1 in 9 now has a radio. What do we got going here with the Navy? Just have the 1 point. Okay, we're slowly fixing up our torpedo boats. It's the last one in this squadron. We're going to have to start flipping these guys into training units because they're getting about half trained. Well, in some cases. Only 2 left there. That's the coastal. That's the channel defense guys. They're probably okay. They need at least 3 more units. So I take these 3 out, I've got to transfer 3 in. Okay, and where's the guy with the little stuff? Right here. We can transfer him in to here. And they should start to trade places. Yep. Okay, what kind of equipment do we have lots of? How are we doing for tankety tanks? We have all of these B1s. Maybe we should make one unit with some heavies. Use the B1s. Lots of lights. Mostly FT-17s. 183 mediums. Don't have the light tank destroyers yet. Okay, so if we take two of these units, we convert them into standard. Actually, convert them into those. I'll use some of the medium tanks as well. Don't have the armored cars. We don't have the heavy anti-air guns. We've got the rest. Okay, we need to transfer that to our other armored, which is this guy. We have close support, 2 mediums, and 2 lights. So let's duplicate that. We'll make it into 1 light with 1 heavy. Okay, so that's it's got a heavy tank in it. So let's use that symbol. Okay, I think we have enough to just convert 1 unit. So I'm not making any heavy tanks. There you go, Rommel. Still have a good amount of light tanks. We'll take 2 of those and convert them into, we don't have the armored cars. We've got everything else. That's good. Transfer them over here as well. Okay, so we got a tank unit in training. Says they're all going to be pretty green. Yeah, they came up to a 2. Better than a 1. So that should, whoops, that should take care of tank increases for a while. Good amount of motorcycles, but I'm not making any, I don't think. Yeah, the light vehicles and armored cars, I'm down. Okay, medium artillery is 305. That's exceptional. I think we have to downsize something. Does the weak infantry... I don't think the weak infantry has medium. No, it doesn't. Regular infantry does have medium. So if we change that back to regular light, that's what, 180? That's a good chunk of the way. Okay, so the enhanced, if we, I don't have the points to change it. Okay. Powered foreign nationals. Has total control over all belligerents in mainland Europe, bar the Soviet Union. Add stability of 10. Oh, yes. West Berlin is renamed. East Berlin is renamed. Brandenburg adds 10 building slots with 8 civilian factories. Local population increases 198,000. Germany, which grants monthly population is plus 10%. Okay, that takes 105 days, but that 10% is significant. That is significant. Now, if I want to just declare war on them, I need 12 days. So, 12 days. So I need to just any unit that isn't totally training. I need to stop the training. I prefer doing it this way just to keep it organized. Nobody there. West France. I don't really care about getting them trained right now. Ah, that's the Turkish Defense Force, isn't it? I don't want to really train them either. Well, maybe this one guy we'll put in. Romanian South, I don't really want to train them. They're too busy. Unless this guy needs it. No, he doesn't. This entire unit needs training. That entire unit still needs training. That's actually Dutch defense. It's channel defense. Well, I can fit them in, so let's do it. Okay, so I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 59 units getting trained. I need that training to be done. Okay. And how we doing? $28 to his 38, plus we knocked off 21 bombers. We'll keep fighting the British in the air over the channel. That will show them we are threatening to come towards their island. And if we ever win, maybe we can launch an assault. He's not doing any bombing. And oh, these guys are taking hits. And these guys, 6, 7, 6. They're not trained yet. And extra fighters. Are we going up or down in our fighter production? We have 175. Well, let's put another 100 into training. Don't want to take all the good models. Now, if I can't get the training done by mid-June, maybe I should put this off. Oil plant. Approved oil plant. Resource factory, all factory output, supply in controlled states plus 4%. Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. There's our 1 point. For naval. I think we've done all the torpedo boats here. Yep. No torpedo boats there. Why are you showing up here? Do I have something missaid on it? Training, 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 training. It says training, right? Training. Is that called training? No, it's not. I guess we're done the torpedo boats. So, what do I want to do with my 1 point for naval? Do I want to start another construction? I will have a lot more points in a month to start a large construction. I could start another large cruiser. Or I could do another minor upgrade on what? Okay. The F7 is our best escort ships. They're upgraded. When were they upgraded? April 38, 2 years ago. You could upgrade the Hipper. That'll be a one-off. And the old World War I battleships. Actually, they're pre-World War I battleships. Let's look at the F7. Yeah, we could do an inexpensive. We do an upgrade for this. 1940 May. We can take the damage control up. We can give it anti-aircraft. Increase that to a 2. Increase that to a 2. We don't have to increase the gunnery. It's not big on the gunnery. But give it better anti-aircraft and damage control capability. Yeah. Okay. So there's about 10 of those. Oh, there's more torpedo boats. Thought there was some around. Start with that escort. We'll put one of the torpedo boats in too. That was the gun. That was the anti-aircraft gun. Which is in that. It's Panzer II. It's in that, and it's 100 days. Centimeter. Let's jump ahead and get that. Because we have the gun for it now. guess it would help if I turn the training on these. Okay, I was dealing with shortage of armored cars. Medium artillery is not as bad. And we were going to look at, I believe it was the enhanced infantry. Which we were going to convert back to motorcycles, which will save armored cars. There's a lot of them. Advanced steam turbines, early heat ammunition. We have a 25% saving here and here. Let's get this first. And the early heat shell. Do I want to go up or do I want to wait? It's 15 centimeter. Small APCR ammunition. 20, 37, 47, and 50 millimeter. We'll do that. That is with Dairy's Assault Force. Those are with Channel Defense. Okay, so I got rid of that. Don't know whether I'll be ready in June. getting these guys trained. Good. Just looking at it. Encryption as high as I can so they get the least amount of information on me. Embargoed by Guatemala. Oh no. Trotsky survives assassination attempt. Interesting. Cipher for the French Republic is decrypted. So I've got the French, the Russian, the Polish, the British. Who should we decipher next? Maybe Turkey. 78 days, that's not a tough one. We'll do that. That may be advantageous at some point in time. Okay, we're starting to do some damage to the British, not much. That was part of the Gotta rename these. That's the East Prussia. Not going to be ready. Yeah, lots of armored cars because of that switch. So I can use more armored cars somewhere. Okay, so we can move some tanks up in strength. I don't have the mechanized, I don't have the assault. Don't have the units to do that. I do have the tanks to do that. Okay. I do have the tanks to do this. Yeah, he's still filling in the equipment. Heavy anti-air. Can I do heavy anti-air? That creates a need for tungsten. Can I get tungsten easy? politically, should I give him equipment? Oh boy. Needs a lot of everything. He doesn't need anything. He's got no military. Light artillery and horse transport. That would satisfy his needs. What about you, Italy? Well, you've introduced handheld anti-tanks already. Oh, you're missing 1,700 heavy transport. Infantry guns. 7,000 infantry equipment. My goodness. 10,000 field uniforms. Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde, I hear you. Those are my two. That's my two pet birds. My green-cheeked conures. Oh, Italy. Italy. Oh, man. $1,100 mortars, 1,100 machine guns, field uniforms, infantry equipment. Oh, Italy, 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 Italy. How many field uniforms did he need? I've got a lot of foreign equipment I could dish out. The more I send, the more difficult it is to process it through quickly. Let's just send that. What was his major needs? 2,000 uniforms, 1,200 infantry equipment. He may have some Greek stuff already. I think he needed some mortars. He needs some cavalry equipment too. Okay, anyway, there's a start. So that's it for June for them. Ballistic missile concepts. Ballistic missile concepts. So I'm caught up. $258 days. I'm not going towards a nuke. Go towards recon radios, even though we won't be ready in 90 days to start putting them in there. Sweden joins the Allies. God damn it. I knew this was going to happen. Can't get across. I don't have sea superiority. Okay. Oh, he's got the trading fleet. Jeez. Okay, that will patrol. That's a strike force. You are anti-submarine. Okay, so you go with him. You be a escort. Not that I need an escort. You'd be a patrol as well with him. I think those three are going to have to operate in that area. Well, I'm going to have to invade Sweden now. Do I want to hold off a year on Russia and go hard into Sweden? And Norway? I can hit Scandinavia hard. That's a possibility. I haven't joined yet the fight. They've joined the Allies, but they haven't joined the fight yet. So if I'm going mid-June, I have to make my choice now. Let's sort this out. A lot of these guys are not trained yet. $33, 45, and all that armor. Need to give it a couple more weeks. I'm not ready. How goes the air war? I've got supremacy. That's good. And how have we been doing? 80 losses to 155, and also 18 bombers. And my fighters going up or down? $124. Haven't changed much. That gives the Allies bases. Oh boy, really should mobilize against Sweden. Going to join the Allies, but not... 18 days. Well, if I can leave Sweden out of it, that's fine. Okay, I need to organize this. I want Guderian in charge of the north. Yeah, he's got to go to Von der instead. He belongs over this way. Okay, so that needs to be divided up. So that becomes Army Group East, as opposed to Guderian, which is northeast. Well, if he actually went here, we'll regroup. Southeast. Why are you with Army Group East? Because you're training. I gotta sort out the training guys before I do this. Oh, what a mess. How you doing? I'm doing organizational logistic problems. I think I need another field marshal to sort this out. I don't have enough troops trained to the level I want them. Sweden has just joined the Allies. I want to push shortly into Russia, and I'm just not quite there. Have explosive teams. Yay. No, haven't done signals. Catch up on that. So these guys are really just training. So I don't have this many units. I might be able to sort it out with 4 field marshals once I get the training organized. So you're just training. Just training. You're training, but your unit is not a training unit. East support 1. Okay, you're not training anymore. You can train, but it doesn't matter. You're just training. You're not training. So you're no longer Maginot Upper, you are actually Sweden. We're going to call you Sweden Assault Force. Okay, and you are Eastern Support 2. You're Eastern Support 1, I believe. Channel Defense, North Defense, North Germany Defense. The other one's Defense Force. Western France, okay. Romanian USSR front. Yes. Okay, and you are actually Eastern Support 3. Belgian Assault Force is actually Eastern Support 4, but he's fully trained. Let's move him closer and we'll get him on the front. Turkey Defense Force, Romanian South Defense, USSR North, Mobile Force 2, Mobile Force 1. Okay, that's labeled. So you're not East Prussia, you are now USSR North. Assault. There we go. And you guys are simply training units. Okay, so now I should be able to sort this out. I have 5 field marshals. I should be able to sort it out with 5 field marshals. He's purely defensive. Army Group West is all coastal defenses, all the way along the entire distance. Okay. He is simply Army Group Southeast, which is against Turkey, and anything I'm going to throw southwards, he will inherit. Fair enough. You're not East Support 1. You are actually USSR Central. You belong with von Rundstedt in this area here. That leaves you with the odds and sods. So if I actually switch him into you, and you, no, you're assault. We could leave him there. Okay, well, let's call you Army Group Central. You have Sweden, you have an eastern component, you have a northern component, and you have Germany Central. You're entirely Western. Army Group East, which is concentrated all eastward. Army Group Southeast, which is concentrated all southeast. And Army Group Northeast, which is my major assault, including the 2 armored units, because you are an armored commander as well. And you have North USSR and USR North Assault Force. Check. Okay. Organized. We just have to get everybody trained. These guys get put back into their units. You just have a lot of guys that need training. Agent captured. Agent captured. USSR. Agent captured in the USSR. Who am I going to get to rescue him? Got 3 people busy. Okay, so we got the Condor, which is new transports. It's June 1940. Still 6 months ahead of time. And we want the new naval bomber. 75 days, yes. Oh, and there's Sweden has joined. Okay, so Sweden's in the fight. Coming across. Oh, why are you still in the training? Okay, you 3. You are not very powerful units. None of these are powerful units. I have next to no forces to go into Sweden right now. Pack 38. And that's the first big ship done. So I think I want to start another one of them. And I'm still got one to spare. He's heading to the trading fleet. Okay, we'll peel these off one at a time to get improved. Then we have the pack 38. Dropping behind with these. Now that is medium anti-tank, right? Or is that a new light anti-tank? I keep forgetting. Light artillery, medium artillery, heavy artillery. Pack 38. So we need to start really changing to the pack 38. That's a flak gun. That's not the one. There it is. And I've got 330 to spare, so let's just start into the mediums. And gradually we'll replace the lights with the mediums really slowly. And we need 2 more steel. That's enough. Combat medic. 411 days. 411 days. Just still a little bit ahead of time. Division recovery rate, division supplies, plus 24 hours. I think we want to go for the supplies since we're pushing into Russia. If I'm going to go, I'm going to have to make that choice very soon. We lost a U-boat. Can't increase the airplanes until light vehicles. Light vehicles, artillery tractors. He's not making the assault. Need to increase these. Okay, you've done your training. You're still all training. You're actually caught up. You'll be training for a while. You got guys that are really low still. And that's one of the problems. I've got 7 tank units that are not trained yet. That's the North Shore. That's the North Shore. Down a rubber. I can pick 7 up from Vichy. Means I can technically drop ones from Russia, and I did increase that. Now, what's that mean for my energy levels? 1% surplus. As long as I don't get bombed, I'm okay. $66 to $50. if I'm holding him in the channel, he's not bombing me. But it's holding up 600 of my fighters. I'm not going to have fighter supremacy on the East Coast. Seven, 8, 8, 8, 8. That's 200 more fighters. Do I want to throw them in here? I need to get ready for over here. Another 100 here. Yeah, you guys really benefit from training. So I actually bring you in here. We take 100 or 150 of you out, the greenest ones. And I'm going to bring you back. Contested. Grr. So I got a non-war going in Sweden. Yeah, it's just the 1 point. Definitely mining the crap out of this area. Matter of fact, you can't do anything more than 1,000. Let's stop mining these areas. Start mining the North Sea. We got 1,000 in each of these areas. We can't mine anymore. thought this would be easy. Further improvements to the Autobahn. Yay! It's just not happening. Machine assisted encryption. Well, this is complete. How'd we do? Infiltrated the Air Force. That's good. Well, let's get that other Naval Department one. I'll take care of that. July, and I need at least 12 days, so that's going to be August 1st, August, September, October, into November, 3 to 4 months. Can I get Leningrad in 3 months? Oh boy. Well, they're 10s. sixes, sevens, okay, you're ready to go on the front. So we're going to add you in between here and there. Add you in between here and nowhere. Oh, geez, come on. It's not what I want. I didn't want to go that way. There and there. You going between here there. Okay. 3, 4. It's a cavalry unit. Put him in there. Motorized. Motorized. (101) mechanized, ready to go. Lots of armored cars, trucks. So I have mechanized engineering company. Has been mechanized there. That would be the next one. The engineering company is mechanized. That would be the next one. And the engineering company mechanized. And I get half of them in there. That's fine. We'll do that. Okay. We have a mechanized logistics. We have a car. Do I have those mechanized logistics here? And motorized logistics. So that would be motorized logistics. HOI4 The next one to motorize the logistics. Okay, now I've got more cars, which is always something I can cut back on. We'll cut back again on the car. We'll increase. Mechanized. What to conquer? Leningrad. Just give me Leningrad. Combat unit destruction. That's way ahead of time. That's still ahead of time. I want to make a play for heavy fighters. It's ahead of time. I might as well get 109s ahead of time first. We'll judge it after that. Okay, construction 3. Air production capacity per assembly plant +1. Well, I haven't been able to fix any more in there, so that will give me, oh, I already have it. I already have it. Weekly stability +2. I want the stability. Eight, 6, 6. That's 150 fighters. Okay, we're getting there. Six days. Oh, these guys are sixes, eights. They're not terribly trained. Small defensive units, where am I going to need them? To stop his training. They're mostly trained, they're tens. That'll do. Will I be able to pull this off? I don't think there's enough units. We'll have to see. Okay, everybody's out of training. Not everybody. He's a small unit. It's really spread out. Okay, so he's actually north. That worked out much better. Oh, he has to be mixed into those units still. You need to go into one of Rommel's units. That's the one they go into. Okay, so those are 3 reserves. Can go either into Rommel or von Rundstedt. We'll put them all in here. Okay, how bad can the supply be? It can be pretty shitty. Well, I can do an invasion through that. We get Sweden. They're not very strong units. Two to 1 kill ratio. That's tying up 600 fighters. point still. July 27th, we're set for July 29th to attack the Soviet Union. Everybody's in place except these 3 little reserve units. Lots of equipment. Down a little bit on heavy anti-aircraft guns. Down a little bit on heavy transport trucks and artillery tractors and medium artillery. We got lots. Well, motorized were down, but it'll grow, and radios, of course. Lots of light tanks. Medium tanks to spare. 90 of them are foreign. Yeah, D1s and D2s. Okay, I've got 27 of the medium tank destroyers. Cool. Do I want to deploy those? No, not yet, but I could probably deploy more light tank destroyers. Now, light tank destroyers are definitely here. No, they're not. Why are they not deployed there? Oh, because they're deployed here. No, they're not. They're deployed back here. Yeah, there's only one division. That's fine. Only one unit there, that's fine. So it's only deploying them in the top 2 units. Don't have the points. But if I did, I would have nowhere near enough because there's 8 of those units. Okay, so that's the 4 ones. Change to a 4-2. Do I have a 4-2? have quite enough medium close support tanks. Definitely don't have the mechanized. Do have the light tank destroyers. Let's do it anyway. There's our justification. There's our justification. We've got one more factory. Those are all converted. There aren't going to be any more converts of those. I think we've converted them all. Definitely have an artillery production. %. Estonia, France, Luxembourg, Greece, Yugoslavia, Latvia, Lithuania, Netherlands, Poland. This is actually getting 20% across the board. So if we change all of that to civilian, it will increase to 34.3. These get twice as big of an increase to go up. They're 0.027. that halves the damage to the garrisons. Requires more garrison, but it gets half the damage. So the compliance will grow. They're all over 20. No place else is 20. Not even Czechoslovakia. There would be no influence on my oil at all. No influence on the rubber. I'm actually plus 11. I'm just even on my electrical power. Cool. I mean, even food is okay. It is July. Okay, that's looking fine. And if I had to it's 14 apiece. I could get by with one less, but I'd have to do some cutbacks. 72 oil. I could cut back and save 20 or 40. Okay. So I could save a bit. Yeah. So the resources are not overly rich in the north. It's the south. lot of the resources are in the mids here. So I'm not going to gain an awful lot going north for the resources, but I get that major supply. I mean, any advance I can do with the south is good. Not a lot until I get out of this area. Really have to get over towards the river. Yeah, 1 to 10, 2 to 8, 2 to 13, 4 to 61, yeah. .3 to 7,000 fighters. Yeah, so he's going to have like 3,000 fighters. The vast majority of them are going to be I-16s. Pillbox defenses. $11,000 uniforms and 7,000 infantry equipment. Well, I should help them. Well, he's got most of the uniforms. He's just not making very much. Got a whole 9 factories. Two military, 7 civilian. He's got 2 military factories, and that's it. He's got 10, 48 civilian factories. My God, Croatia's got more than Romania. How much? I think he's going to become a protectorate, not that too far away. He needs 70 political power and 26. Yeah, he might be able to become a protectorate. It's considered a territory. Well, I should give out the field uniforms and infantry equipment and all the foreign power stuff that I have. Machine guns too. Should take a comprehensive look. Well, looks like they've gotten Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Got a new follower. Yes. So are you a Hearts of Iron fan, or do you like the Black Ice mod, and that's because you chose to come here? You like Black Ice. Ah, so do I. I am declaring war on Russia. July 29th, 1940. I don't know if I have enough troops. I'm going to attempt Leningrad and then come down the railway towards Moscow while come over through Minsk and Smolensk this way. I know once I get this here and this here, they can't supply in here. They will fall back to at least this rail line. So it's all a matter of actually capturing Leningrad in the first few months. Let me know if you got any questions. And if you want to see how it got this way, this is, oh, I don't know, 6th or 7th one. You can glance over all the predecessor ones on my YouTube channel. And please follow me there. If you like Black Ice, I will keep putting them out on YouTube. And I've made a couple of tutorials for Black Ice on YouTube as well. Don't tell me you just declared war on the Baltic states so the Soviets don't get it. No. It was legitimate build-up through 1939-40 to attacking the Russians. I actually attacked Poland in 1937. With Poland involved, Romania supported them, so I had to go down through Romania, and I was able to puppet them. But when England joined in, but it was a phony war. France didn't join till much later. And when I went into Czechoslovakia, because England was already there, I had to fight for it. It's Grandpa Canuck on YouTube. I don't have it recorded right here, but you'll find me. If you do YouTube and you look for Grandpa Canuck and Hearts of Iron Bice, I'm sure you'll find my videos. And other games as well. So after taking out Czechoslovakia, while fighting them, Yugoslavia, Greece, and Turkey all joined the Allies. So after getting rid of Czechoslovakia, I had to go through Yugoslavia and through Greece. And I stopped just over the straits here. Turkey's just a real mess to fight through, and I didn't want to waste the time. And I just started getting my troops out in December 1939, and I had taken out Holland in early 39. But Belgium joined the Allies, and so in December 1939, I was forced to fight the Western War. Fortunately, I did a good job, and I got Belgium out fairly quickly. Pushed on to Paris, and by the 1st of April, or thereabouts, I had formed Vichy France. So by Yeah, it was by February or March. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I don't expect you to watch every minute of the videos, but take a glance through if you want to see how it got this way. Okay, I'm also fighting a war. I'm keeping the British bombers at bay by fighting in the English Channel. I mean, I'm gradually beating them down, but it's been holding up 600 of my fighters. And if I can transfer them into southern England, then I might be able to launch an invasion in 41. I declared war on them one at a time. So through 1939 and Estonia, I think Lithuania was late 1939 in the fall, and then Latvia and Estonia were 1940. So one at a time I declared war and took them because I already had Poland. I am building a couple of large cruisers. You know what? I've never, in the last 2 years, defeated the Soviets in black ice. I just have not done it. I cannot get the mobility going. My Air Force isn't big enough right now to fight on the two fronts, and I'm concerned about losing air superiority on 2/3 of the Russian front. I do have... Oh, what do we got? No, I'm terrible at fighting the Soviets. I'm absolutely terrible. I do an amazing job everywhere else. And, I've invaded England a few times. Pfft, whatever. But this game has just been all kinds of oddities thrown at me. But maybe with a full frontal assault in 1940, I can get into the Soviets and win in 1941. Yeah, I like black ice. Okay, so tanks. 230, 6, 7, 10, 2750, 3070. So I got 3,100 tanks, of which every single one is on the Russian front. Uh, 3,000 motorcycles. My radio equipment's still coming in, but there's over 11,000 in the field. It's over 600 armored cars. 9,000 transport trucks. I even have 170 mechanized already on the front in July 1939. 480 heavy artillery, 780 medium artillery, 3,200 light artillery pieces. If any of these numbers seem really low or out of whack, let me know. 1,240 heavy transport trucks. I've got 328 heavy anti-aircraft guns. The Air Force is not as glorious. Nine, 12, 1,300 fighters in the field. So I'm bringing the older ones up. Only 346 medium bombers and next to no. Bring your whole tank army and try to blitz through the Soviets and encircle Leningrad. Yes. I have 13 of the units split between here and here to drive towards Leningrad. I've got 7 more here. These are the less trained and mostly lighter tanks here. All the heavier stuff is up here. Yeah, encircling is the way to go. So, what I'm hoping for is to drive on Leningrad, cut that off, and kind of come around, and then go straight in with these armored units here, and here, and kind of encircle everything here. Now, if I can get through here and then drive south and somehow try to move south and create a big pocket in Kiev as well, that would be ideal. Oh, sorry about that. The microphone dropped. Hopefully it's still working. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, Romania doesn't have that much of an army, and I was just checking here, their logistics and what they need, and I sent them a few things, but they still need a bump up here of equipment. Same with the Italians. They need a huge bump up of equipment. I mean, they're down 7,000 infantry equipment, right? 11,000 field uniforms. I'm going to have to send them a lot. Good. Glad the mic didn't break. It's one of the round ball models on a tri-stand, the blue. So it bounces pretty well. But I don't want to transfer everything to the Italians if I get in a war of attrition with the Russians. Yeah, well, I decimated the Romanians in the fall of 1937 and made them a puppet. So they've only rebuilt a few units and loaned them to me. And so having these units diverted down here, but I haven't been sidetracked. I got through Yugoslavia and Greece without too many problems because it was early, so I didn't lose a lot. And the phony war with England, my only problem I have now is Sweden has joined the Allies and declared war. And I have next to nothing to fight Sweden. I mean, these are all fairly light units. Weak infantry. So I don't have a credible offensive strength to get into Switzerland. I was thinking of delaying the assault on Russia till next year And Norway and Sweden have joined the Allies and make a large Nordic push. But that would delay me a year into the Soviet Union. It's an amazing thing. They stopped trading with me like a year ago. They didn't like the fact that, you know, I attacked Sweden, I attacked Romania, Yugoslavia. I was, very aggressive, and I haven't put any political pressure on them. And so, with the fact I went through the Baltic states, that was just too much for them. And they stopped trading. They blacklisted me. Then they joined the Allies, and within a month of joining the Allies, they declared war. Yeah, well, I'm doing okay for iron, right? I've got like plus 700. Iron's not a problem. Iron's coming in from all over. My rubber is barely holding with what I have, and my oil is okay, but it's going to not be good when I start burning it all at war. So I am going to have to work on oil production. I am up to 7 and 3. And right now my energy is just even. So I can see having some problems there. And if I do have problems there, it will be my Navy that suffers. Stab the Finns from the back. It depends. They're allies, though. They're not aligned with the Soviets. Right? They're aligned with the Allies. And there's been no winter war. So Finland is still hopeful as an ally. I don't know whether they'll go to war with me or not. Keeping them neutral for now seems okay. This has been a pain. I didn't want to fight Turkey, but because of my early aggression, Turkey got in on it. The Allies will try to help the USSR. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't have a big sub force yet at all. I'm going to have to take care of the British and the Swedish navies and move into opposing the British more. The Italians are doing the typical thing. They're moving slow. And they're not, I don't know if they're going to get to El Alamein. They are holding well, though, in East Africa for now. Oh, there's the big City Hall clock. And I'm afraid I've been streaming for 3.5 hours or more, and I need to take a break. So I don't know whether I'll be back tonight in Black Ice, but I'll be back on tomorrow. This video I will post, and it'll be on YouTube tomorrow morning. It's 9 p.m. evening for me here now. And I'm going to put the invasion of USSR off till the next video. So thanks for support. I appreciate the follow, and Well, thank you very much. Please watch again. And I don't have a big following. I think you're the only follower today. Oh, you haven't followed here. Okay. You followed on YouTube. You didn't follow on Twitch. Gotcha. Anyway, till next time, all you people and bots out there, be good to one another. Take care. And anybody watching on YouTube, please give me questions. I'll gladly answer the questions. And if you give the time reference on the video to the aspect of the question, that helps me answer it sometimes. So until next time, all you people and bots, bye-bye. Take care.